Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Ultimate General Civil War. And today we have to secure a river. And as usual, I have to make some slight adjustments to our forces. The changes have been made and I'm happy to introduce you to our new force. First of all, I have removed every general out of our corps. I want to reserve them for the large battles. I've also increased the numbers of our men as much as possible, and I have bought 20-pounder Parrott guns as an addition to our artillery. Career-wise, I've invested a point into economy and a point into reconnaissance so that we can actually see what the enemy brings to the battlefield. And as you can see here, we now have complete eyes on the enemy forces. The operations in Virginia have commenced for our army. We have to land a portion of our army onto enemy soil and start securing land for the Union. General Bragg's corps is waiting for us on the hilltop, harassing our forces. We cannot advance if we do not repel them. With the artillery support of our ironclads, it should be fairly easy to force the Confederates away from the hilltops. But General, be very cautious in your advance. A direct frontal assault on the high ground can lead to heavy losses that we cannot afford. Our orders have been given and our men are advancing. We want to surround the enemy from the left flank and push up into the forest to give our men as much shielding from the artillery as possible. My goal is to end this battle as quickly as possible to keep our losses low. The enemy is of course awaiting us, but we are prepared. Our 24-pounder howitzers are going to shoot on Jackson, our 12-pounder Napoleons as well. We have a group of skirmishers that have surrendered, this is not ideal. And our Parrott guns are going to target their artillery. Over here our skirmishers can scout ahead, while OTs and Loomis are advancing. And so far this is not turning out as I wanted it to be. Over here we have found more enemies. Parrott guns, please keep firing on the artillery. Skirmishers, you can reattach. And as our lines now coming together, we should inflict massive casualties on the enemy. McGinnis, you are going around the enemy. Run. The same goes for Bliss. We have already taken 4% casualties. Far too many for my taste. Loomis skirmishers, please go back into cover. Loomis, go forward. We have lost sight on the first group of artillery. We need to rotate our Parrott guns therefore. Howitzers, shoot on the guys that expose their flank. Bliss and McGinnis, you can stop running. And now kill the enemy. We have outmaneuvered them on this flank. Man, advance. And our Parrott guns need to target this group of artillery again. McGinnis, I'm going to get your skirmishers. They need to put pressure on the guns. Now they can reattach. And over here Loomis skirmishers are holding back Chalmers. The enemy wants to charge us. This is not a good idea. I am going to get our guns forward. General, please motivate your men. Rossa, you can move forward. and our supplies as well. The first guns have been routed, but they are still in the fight. And we now have the option to roll up their flank. OT skirmishers can reattach. And Lumi skirmishers can go around the enemy flank. We are close to our objective. I'm going to send Rossa around. And I'm going to send Raad forward. Jackson is now again falling back. Our parrot guns can now again target the first group of artillery. We are close to the point. And enemy cavalry is advancing. Gibson is trying an assault, but his numbers are dwindling. Our howitzers and our Napoleon gun can target him. And our parrot gun have successfully taken out their first group of artillery. Now I'm going to send my men even forward. And I'm again going to take McGuinness skirmishers to scout ahead. Unfortunately, the enemy still has a very strong battery. I'm going to focus everything that I have on it. And we now need to hold the point for 15 more minutes. I'm going to push my men forward in the hopes to get the guns. And Lumi's skirmishers can reattach. We've lost 6% of our force. I was hoping to get out of this with about 3% losses. But we are making good ground. It is very unfortunate that we have lost this group of skirmishers. But there it is. Victory at Secure River. We have lost 1,300 men, but the enemy has suffered even more casualties. I wish our casualties were lower. I was aiming for around 800 men, but I can't change this anymore. All of our goals were met. Unfortunately, no officer was promoted, but we also have not suffered a single officer casualty. And we were even able to capture some enemy artillery guns. Back at camp, we got a new medal and a new career point. And I think I'm going to invest this one into politics and afterwards more points into army organization. I hope you liked this episode and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good day.